And we're live. Morning, everyone. Hmm, amazing. I guess we can start. The image looks good. But yeah, let me know. Okay, so today, 3rd of June, we have Jolt's job openings, which is important. So they're expecting less, but it's a high impact news at 10 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. High time frame, we're gonna continue being bullish. Yesterday, I took some more trades during the PM session that I regretted with on one of my funded accounts because I was trying to fight the trend. However, we remain bullish. Why? Because on a daily basis, we just took liquidity and basically we were here. We touched the weekly order block with the bottom of the range of today's session, which can be a reversal in itself, and plus we have all this big wick left here. Now let's measure it a bit. 686 would be the next target. For today's session. And further away we have some relative equal highs, which I believe are a bit far away, but still. 686, I think it's a good target for today, and more than that, we can think of high of the day from 29th of May. Plus we have some gaps here, those can be used as well. And we have the standard deviations from the Asian range. Basically right now we don't have to worry about the low of the Asian range. It has been taken pre-market. And basically right now what we want is for the daily candle to turn green. Basically this one. So yeah, next 578 would be first target. 686, let me see where that would fall. It's just above this previous high. I think that's interesting as well to reach for. Hello, Watson. But yeah, let's do that. Let's see what the market is going to show us today. I'm thinking if we continue to be bullish until 10 o'clock, I think 10 o'clock is just going to push some big candles and it's going to take all this liquidity down here, up here, sorry. Along with these relative equal highs I like the most. To be honest, over here, we shorted this on Thursday, on last Thursday, but it's coming back to this and also this. Basically 690 to 703 after we take obviously the yesterday's high. $700 I believe would be a good target. I don't want to guess more than that because that would mean we are going for all-time highs, and I think that's ambitious. We're still in this range, a bit stuck. Let's be honest, on the 4 hour, if you're looking, we just have a lot of back and forth. And not much you can read into, to be honest. But yeah, I believe this is a good target. And we can still see corrections along the way, so anything can happen. Mm-mm-mm. We're opening in 5 minutes. I'm trying to see if there is any reason for us to go lower. I mean, all these gaps have been filled. We have taken liquidity here. Right, this has been taken. Yeah, nothing much. Fortunately, we just took a high, so as much as I would like to buy all these gaps here, I think that's a bit ambitious. So let's wait. But yeah, feel free to drop a like and let's wait for the open that is gonna happen in a few minutes. Let me check what's our lag. Not lag, but delay. So our delay is only 5 seconds. I think that's good enough. Mm. This is a short in itself if you want to try this sort of thing, but my stance is bullish, so I don't want to push it. But I like the idea after taking a high, we are presenting the gap. We're touching the 830. But yeah, unfortunately, it's against our high time frame analysis. So let's wait. Market is gonna open in 2 minutes, 1 minute and a half. I'm gonna trade all my accounts, funded account, challenge accounts today. Opening in 30 seconds. I'm curious if we're still gonna respect this gap that I was mentioning for a short. It's interesting. I guess not. I guess we're running. 577 is the first target. 576. Love it. I love it. We were right about the bullish scenario. So I guess now 692 and 703 would be the next targets. Let's check here. 614 as well. Oh yeah. If we can reach 612 and close a candle 5 minutes above it, this should become an inversion fair value gap. And this is a 1 hour fair value gap, right? So what we want is to close on a higher time frame, like 15 minutes, to close above that and not become like, this can be like 1, 2, 3 highs. Now we can reverse. So I don't want to see that. These are relatively good lows here. Everything start. This is not gonna stay like this. It's gonna be attacked later on. Probably they wanna run this liquidity down. Thinking if I can try something like this and this to be my sell stop. Basically, I'm buying this breaker here and all these gaps that have been attacked here. I want to see if that's gonna stand. And basically use the 10 o'clock news to just run higher if that's gonna happen, unless we have a big reversal. But yeah, I'm just gonna use that in order to attack 700. We took this small liquidity. If the price wants to go higher, we should not basically reach lower right now. We should use this breaker on the 5 minute that we have, a low, high, low, low, higher, high. Basically this breaker, we should use it and just move higher. If that's the case. If not, we're not risking a lot. It's a challenge account and we have a 6,000 drawdown. So See if don't attack this much. Give it some room. Hmm. Hello, Ivan. Let's annotate the first presentation for Polygraph as well. Okay, I'm gonna just delete this one in order to understand the candles and what's happening. But basically, that's the understanding. This is a breaker. I want to use it. We took liquidity and we left this big wick over here that I believe it's a form of liquidity in itself. Unless we reverse and truly just take the low of the day today, I believe we are meant to go higher. So the only reason why I decided to enter before the 10 o'clock news is that I would like to see if I can position myself well. So the volatility at 10 o'clock is not going to affect my stop loss in case we are right about the direction, of course. Mm. This is an inversion for value gap that held the price over here. Good move. It's important we did not respect this fair value gap. This is what I was looking at. So that was I was worried about, that it's going to become a resistance, but it's not. So now let's see if we can move higher. $9.45 is important, and it's important if we're trading above this first presentation fair value gap. We have a gap here, which means that's good news for us. If you want for the price to go higher, these gaps are going to be attacked, these volume imbalances. So you want them to be on your way up, because basically this is the way the price is going to search for liquidity, by looking for and grabbing for these gaps, as you can see here. Good. If we take the high, when we take the high, I'm going to move my stop loss a bit, because I guess the 10 o'clock is going to be pretty aggressive by the price action we are seeing so far. One interesting observation, we were talking about this breaker. Look at the bodies. Just this one went a teeny tiny bit below, but the bodies were respecting the breaker. I was looking at that as well. The price should not come back here. So I'm moving away my stop loss. If we're gonna be taken out, we can just regroup. Already the price is doing what we thought it's gonna do. So you don't wanna come back here, take this liquidity here, because I'm looking at it as well. Like, this is a lot of liquidity. So in case it wants to come back here, take the liquidity again, I'll be out and I'll get back in as well. So the first presentation is holding the price. It's offering support, and you see institutional order flow. We came back here on these two candles. We touched the gap, and now we just want to move forward towards 612, ultimately 692. That would be a good target. We are We still have 15 minutes until 10 o'clock news. And as much as I would like to add to this position, I think it's a bit too early for that. So let's wait. I don't want to be over leveraged for 10 o'clock. At the same time, if the price is just going to run higher, that's okay. We're still in a good position, but we need to wait for that. It's not an ideal price action for sure. We can just be stuck in this until 10 o'clock. We still have a gap left here. Would be interesting to take the high and move to 600 before 10 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock just to jump straight to 700. I have also some relatively cool highs at 893, but that's just extremely optimistic on my part. We still don't know if we're gonna take this high before 10 o'clock. I guess we have a few minutes until 10 o'clock. My story, I really started like studying trading and getting into trading in 2019 around COVID time. And I started trading penny stocks. So that's 6 years ago, yeah. 2019, 2020. And I started trading penny stocks, and I paid for this mentorship a lot of money, and I got very, very disappointed after just a few months, because at the beginning everything is just marketing, and you believe someone is giving you an opportunity and you're gonna learn something and you're eager and excited to study and whatnot, until I realized it was just a marketing scheme in a sense. I mean, those people, they still run the service, they still have some successful students, but it was not for me. And yeah, after that I was browsing through the internet. I was reading any financial book, any trading book that you can put your hands on, and I discovered ICT on YouTube, and I was really relating to his content, because liquidity is what these markets are based on and nothing else. Obviously, he talks about a lot of other things as well. I don't fully agree with everything he's saying. However, his strategies and principles are very good. I started using them. Obviously, everyone is going to add their personal touch, but they made me profitable, but it took a while. I've been profitable for, I don't know, 18 months, 2 years max, something like this. Like seeing that something sticks and be consistent and apply it every day. But I'm still working on myself as a trader. You need to do it every day. Every day it's an opportunity for you to fail or improve. Like, markets are ruthless, and it's just gonna show you exactly what you are as a person and as a trader. The moment you are not disciplined, it's just gonna teach you the hard lesson. So yeah, I think it just, in my humble opinion, I think regardless of your age, you're still gonna have to improve yourself as a trader. And yeah, this is just kind of a short story, but yeah, I've tried penny stocks. I've tried options. I was trading options for a while. I made some good money out of it, but I gave half of it back. because I started the options when after the market crash after COVID. So every company was going up. Everything was blooming. Like Zoom, I was trading Zoom every day. It was insane. The volatility, you were having 5 to 10% days on end, day after day after day. So on options, with just I don't know $200, you could make 1,000. It was insane, but it was a good lesson. I learned a lot. But I prefer futures because they're very precise and knock on wood, whatever happens politically, I think futures would be the last market that you can actually trade as a retailer. They're not gonna take that away. Forex, we don't know what's gonna happen with Forex because it's a lot of politics involved. Like Forex, I see it very, very difficult because you have to take into account not only technicals as I'm doing right now. Obviously, I'm thinking like I have in mind the macroeconomic factors when I'm trading futures. But imagine you're trading, I don't know, euro dollar. You have to read the news. You have to know what's happening in Europe. And then if you want to trade some other pair, you have to know some fundamentals. You cannot just trade like that. Even though you know technicals, that market is going to move due to some political decisions. So, yeah, I know a lot of people try Forex. It's just not my thing. Plus, it's very choppy. Obviously, you have hot markets and whatnot, but you have to go from one pair to another. Here, I just trade one pair and I know it. And there are a lot of instances where I'm not going to use fair value gaps or order blocks to enter a trade. I'm just going to enter because we took liquidity to the downside and now I know it's going to go to the upside because of the market structure. I've been trading Nasdaq for so long. There are signatures in price that you can see now. And sometimes those trades, they can just literally pay your rent. They appear once in a while. But yeah, when they do, I know exactly how the price is going to move and I'm just going to size up and really bank on that. So yeah, I think it's advisable for people who trade to use only one pair, honestly. We have still 6 minutes. I have here the ES, right? I want to see it for SMT. I don't know if you heard of SMT, but there are instances where on S&P, you're going to have a low taken, which is this one. And this one. Here, obviously, they coincide. But here, see, it's higher than this one. This one also almost took the low. There are things you call SMT. Let me see if I can find. Where certain lows are not taken or certain highs, and then you know a reversal might come. I don't have an example right now because I'm still trying to focus on price action. I'm gonna explain to you one day what SMT is, but yeah, only for SMT I'm using yes. No, this one has not created an SMT. Yeah, this one actually. So you see the 935 candle did not took the 925 candle. The Nasdaq did 935, 925. So yeah, I'm using ES for SMT. And this one, and now that I'm using in hindsight, obviously I was looking only at the breaker when I entered. I can add another reason on why I entered. We had SMT with ES. But yeah, this is something I just noticed now. So I'm not gonna brag about that. I like the fact that we're up here before 10 o'clock. Maybe we can just move higher just to have the peace of mind. Now I was trying to think about the SMT, about the acronym. I forgot what it stands for. But yeah, interesting. We're very low on ES. Meanwhile, Nasdaq is very strong. It's very bullish. 612 would be nice now. Yeah, it is promising, but it takes a long time, like in any market, man. Regardless of the strategy you're gonna learn. Obviously, in my opinion, I haven't found a more sound strategy and concept than ICT. However, regardless of the strategy in itself, is you're gonna need a lot of time, a lot of practice, because you're gonna go on the charts and you're gonna learn everything how it works, or at least how it's supposed to work. And basically, you're gonna try to get yourself an edge and a strategy. And when you're gonna start practicing and pushing buttons, this is where the real studying begins, because there are a lot of times when I get emotional too, either because something is happening in my personal life, or I'm just having a bad day and I'm gonna start pushing buttons like a newbie. And that happens a lot of times. It takes a lot of self-discipline. So regardless if you want to do this for a hobby or if you want to take this seriously, just give yourself a lot of time. A lot. I mean, years. Obviously, there are born naturals, but nobody's like that. From the majority, 99% of the people are not going to be like that. So, yeah, do it for a hobby, do it if it's fun to you, but just assume it's going to take a lot of time to become good. Well, don't search for any entry. You're too high right now. And 10 o'clock is gonna hit in about 1 minute. So, wait, Watson. Yep, that's what I want to see. But I want more than this. I want 700. And I'm moving my stop loss to break even. Mm. What I want for this is to be respected. Otherwise, the price might just use it as this one to be open. It would be ideal. And this 5 minute candle to just close above 625. And yeah. 700 is the next target. And I'm moving my stop loss. But right now the price is trading inside this gap over here. And let's see. 670, 678 is an important number. Yeah, we are gonna be below the fourth standard deviation. So I like this target. Let's see if this is gonna hold. Well, we're out. 1,000 profit. This maybe could have been used as an inversion, but I don't want to think about that. I'm happy we were long. I'll touch in the first presentation again. Let me delete the rest of them. Usually I would be very encouraged to short here. Maybe inside this one. And attack this. Let's say if it's gonna happen, probably it's gonna happen without us. Very optimistic after our bullish stance, but I want to try it. Only one reason. Relative equal lows here. They're very obvious, very smooth. So yeah. And we touched this inversion fair value gap here. So yeah, let's try it. Even though I don't mind reaching for these lows as well. This one a bit. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith. I have not placed this trade on my funded account, so I'm gonna be intended to place more trades on this account because I have a big profit target, but I'm not optimistic about it. Mhm, mhm. That's a fair value gap here. Mm-hmm. Why am I not trying to buy here? No. Very tricky day. I changed my mind in the middle of the trade. I don't mind going higher. I'm just very conflicted about the fact that we left these two relatively good lows here. Meanwhile, we have SMT. Hmm. So I guess it's good I got out of that trade. Yeah, I don't see much happening. I mean, we had a gap here. This can be a strong buy, but we still left relatively good lows here. So maybe we take 638 again and then we have a reversal. Or 638 is just gonna come back with a bump towards the highs. We took the high on ES. That's a good question about a bearish SMT. It's very important how we trade this 1 minute candle now. As those are the typical lows, they look still very enticing to me. Yes, it's just continuing higher, so let's see. I'll be back in a second. um, yeah, very ugly price action. There's nothing we can do. Well, I don't really see a fair value gap that we can short, to be honest. Like this one, I have to delete. It doesn't serve its purpose anymore. It's too. It's been touched too many times at this point. So I'm thinking about shorts, but I just don't want to short because I think it's gonna go down there. I would like a PD array, an order block, something. Not even the 30-second chart is offering me anything. So yeah. No, no trades on the funded account. And to be honest, there was not much more than what we had after the open. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish the stream. There's not much more that is happening, and I don't believe anything else is gonna happen anytime soon. And if we wanna attack these relatively good lows here, I was thinking maybe they wanna take some liquidity out first. But yeah, ugly price action. We still had a good session, profitable one. So let's end it here. Thank you very much for being here today. Feel free to share and like and subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Peace.